Evening everybody, and welcome to a new Meccano playlist. And I'll be honest, not one that's going to be very frequently added to, just because of the nature of it really. Basically we're talking Meccano storage, and of course you can put anything in any drawers or boxes. In this case it's going to be Meccano more than anything. Maybe odd mammoth parts, that sort of thing, but 99.9% Meccano. Here we have a Clarke wooden tool chest, as you can see. Rather nice looking, at least initially on the box. Of course not purpose built for Meccano, but I've seen these for about a year, and they was just over £150 then. Birthday was on the horizon. I was asked what I wanted, and I thought I'll try one of these, even though I know certain parts are probably not going to fit, or not going to fit well, and we've not got any individual compartments in the drawers. That's just something you'd have to look at yourself. But the price has come down, and it's just under £132 including VAT. If you buy them from a machine mart, carefully check the prices. They do give you both prices, VAT and without. So these weren't in straight away last year, and to be honest I completely forgot about them until fairly recently. But let's have a look at it, let's see what it's like. I haven't had it out the box, I have lifted the lid. It's a bit cumbersome, but we'll see how we get on. So the box itself looks pretty sound, quite solid. I dare say it's going to be a bit of fun getting it out the box. Top protection, nice bit of I don't know what you call that, it's not polystyrene but foamy protection. And then let's see what we've got in the lid. I hope you can see that there. We've got 4 corner pieces and a front piece to protect it. So there's probably a bit of shine on the camera there for you, but just pop it down now. We've got these rather tough, look like compressed cardboard pieces, almost like angle girders but without the holes. So we've got 4 of those. I'll just remove those as we speak. So the packaging looks pretty good. Can't see any damage on the top. Packaging does not want to come out. So it looks like they're fairly well catered for in the transportation department. We've got a front piece of cardboard, so that's pretty good. Now let's try and get this out without too much hassle. I'll put it flat. You have to bear with me for a second, folks. It weighs a bit now. It's not massively heavy. Looks like some sort of softwood construction. And there's some more foam in there to protect it. Let's have a look. It's a bit dusty off the cardboard, I suppose, but there you go, not looking too bad at the moment. So what have we got then? Nice finish, some sort of varnish on top of stain by the looks of it. Corners protected with metal corner pieces. Little metal catches, no way of locking those though, like putting a padlock through. Nice screwed construction as well. Nice little handles, little metal handles. Not too bad at all. We've got handles on the ends. One there, one the other end there. I'll just have a look around the back. And we've got 3 hinges at the top. The back is looking a little dusty. So, not bad. I have some parts here. I don't have that many large, should we say, specialist parts really. let's just measure the outside for you. So we've got there, if I measure the wood, it's 2 foot widthways as you look at it. That's about 61 centimetres in new money, and 11 inches or 28 centimetres the other way. Height, just under 17 inches, about 43 centimetres. Of course that's on the outside. So let's have a look inside the top. Hinges are nice, not too bad. Got a little lever there and support to hold the lid open. It does lean back slightly, I just hope it don't fall backwards. And we've got green felt of some description, not brilliantly cut and fitted in. There's a bit extra there, and it's a bit of excess there, and there's a bit edgy there. That may, I suppose, shrunk when it was glued in or moved. And it's the same inside the lid. Let's see what I can show you inside without losing all the drawers. So there's part of the inside anyway. We'll get a bit more close up if I can later on. It may not look green with this lighting, but it is a dark green. The nice thing about it, I'll just push the drawers out of the way. The nice thing about the box is the lid fitting on top of the box when it's closed means you've also got space here to hold things. Now I'll measure the inside of the lid, which will be the same as the inside, or for the most part, of the top section. What we got then? I'll do it there. We've got roughly 22 3/4 inch. That's 50, well, just under 58 centimetres. And the other way, we have just over 9.5 inch, about 24.5 centimetres. Depth of the lid, wow, this is awkward, about 1.5 centimetres. Would compress a bit, I suppose, with the foam slightly. That's about 3/4, ooh, no, just over 1/2 inch, I suppose. Depth of the top, we have just over 2.5 inches, and that's about 67 millimetre, 6.7 centimetres. So not too bad. But what can you get in across the diagonal? Now this has already come up on the New Zealand Meccano forum. Let's have a look. Yes, you could get some 18.5 inch angle girders across the diagonal. I mean, it's looking at 24 3/4 inch. That's right into the corners, of course, which you'd have to knock, I don't know, 1/2 inch off each end. So you're looking at just under 2 feet long across the diagonal. So you could put some 18.5 inch girders in for those lucky enough to have any. I don't, I'm afraid. What else can we get in the top? Well, let's see. We've got a 167B flanged ring, 10 inch, which won't fit in, not properly, unfortunately. Not in the top one. And we've got some smaller, a lot smaller. We've got a circular strip and circular girder. These are 5.5 inch. Obviously you're going to have no problems with parts like that in those drawers. Let's see what else we could get in. I've got a few notes here on some parts. We've done the angle girders. The 10 inch pulley's no good. 6 inch pulley. Shouldn't have any problems there. Circular strip, 7.5 inch, that should go in. That flange pulley is just a shade under 10 inch wide, so yeah, it's for the 1 to 1/4 inch, I suppose. That's a shame. So I suppose you could argue how many 167Bs, that's these things, you're going to be having in your time. suppose it depends what you build really. So a little bit restrictive there. We'll close the lid up and then we'll have a look at some of the other drawers. Right, so here we are then. We've got the other drawers now. We'll go through them in order. They all look the same size from the outside. The shorter or narrower drawers. These 6 here look the same, these 3 look the same. We'll have a look at these. Again, we've got the green. Oh, I'll take it out, there you are. We've got no runners, they run on top of each other, which probably isn't brilliant once you've got some weight in, but some beeswax I suppose would help. There's the green felty foam. It's not very thick and there's not much compression there. But looking at them, I'll tell a lie, I'm blind, there is runners. Let's see what I show you. Yes, possibly. Maybe I could just see there, because they're quite recessed, I didn't see them there. So you've got runners, and the actual construction of the drawers is pretty good. You've got a bit of, little bit of mortise and tenon, is that? I can't remember, I never did much woodwork at school. But fairly solid. The base is MDF, not very thick, not much flex in it though. Overall strong. The handle is screwed in a normal sort of way from the rear, and quite impressed with that. So what can we get in this drawer? Let's have a measure, shall we? So the cross is just under 10¼ inch. That's 26 centimetres almost. And it looks quite square. Well, not quite, it's a bit shallower. 9¼ that's 23½ centimetres. Which is a shame because I don't think this will go in now. No, I see, so we won one way and lost the other. So now the flanged plate, sorry, flanged ring, looks like it's going to be out on its own still. But no problems here with smaller parts. You can get 2 of those in quite nicely. Those are the same size. The blue light might look smaller, but they're the same size. So we're alright there. We'll have a look through the other drawers and see what we've got. Same again. The drawers do move quite freely at the moment, but I dare say they will need some lubrication. So we're all the same really on the drawers. A bit thicker foam would have been nice. So that's all 6 drawers. We'll have a look at the bottom ones now. I suppose I should pull them evenly, but let's see how it slides out by pulling on one side. That's pretty good. Again, we've got decent construction. It's been part stapled. I hope that's been glued as well. Not badly done. So there's the track for the runner there, as you can see. And inside, again, the same way of fixing the knobs on the front, and the same felt foam. There is obviously, as you can expect, a bit more flex, not a lot, in the MDF. I suppose you might look at doing gluing in a piece of ply or MDF across the middle on some of them to suit. Of course, I suppose the beauty of this is that within its dimensions, its inside dimensions, you can do what you like. So, talking of dimensions, what have we got on this one then? Let's have a look. First up then, across 22 inch, just a shade under, and that's 50.7 centimetres, and across the width, I suppose I better do it across the front like that, keeping it straight. 9 1/4 exactly. That's 23.5 centimetres. Again, we're not going to win with the flanged ring, as you can see, which must be one of the most awkward parts to put into storage, I suppose. Of course, we won't really know on the construction unless it's really bad, and it doesn't seem really bad at all. It seems quite nice, not bad. Same, the bottom drawers look the same, yeah. Is it me, or does that one bottom look narrower? It shouldn't be. No, it's just a figment of my imagination. A little bit of glue there. Excuse me. But overall it's quite nice. I'll just show you one of the ends, the same both ends there. With handles, and we have got feet as well by the looks of it. So look, yes, little plastic feet, 4, one in each corner. So it's pretty good. I can't really knock it at all. Not for the money. You've saved a fair few pounds. Of course, the purpose-built ones, as those two words suggest, purpose-built, would be less hassle, I suppose, to put some stuff away. Up to a number 10, but as I haven't got a number 10, I suppose it's a bit more of a general box of Meccano, but not bad at all. Solid top. I dare say I could put something on the top of it as well. Build my own little tray on top for the odd bits like these, although that is being used, of course, on a rather large flywheel which is sort of stalled. So there we are. I think that's pretty good for its money. It's a lot less money. It's less than half the money of the reproduction ones, I think, off the top of my head. Certainly around that sort of saving. It's probably a bit less than half, to be honest. Not purpose built, so you have to live with that. But overall, a pretty good construction. Weight wise, then, I don't know, 10 kilos perhaps, maybe 15. I don't know if it says anything on the box, doesn't look like it. And obviously the Meccano will weigh a ton. In some cases, quite literally. So, not bad. So this won't be a very frequently updated section on storage. Mainly because it's quite limited, I suppose, in its way. I have bought some trays from the range for a few quid, and they've done well, and they do sort of stack. I shall still use those, but this is quite nice. And if you want to, it looks nice. It doesn't look out of place in the front room. It's quite nice from that. So very pleased with that. Time will tell how long it lasts and if it falls apart. It looks like it's got plenty of life in it, and there we go. So 131.98 they are at the moment. There's a discount on them, so not bad at all. Usual price is about 150. So I think generally it's well worth the money, and we'll see how we get on with it. Bye for now, folks.